Before EMS, emergency call would come out. Didn't have minuters. The only thing we went by was the whistle, which on fires, it blew 12 times, and that whistle or siren is still there. And for emergencies, they blew it one time. And we had a panel truck that had a lot of equipment in it for emergencies. And before the EMS came into effect, the fireman would get that call, and if the fireman decided that somebody needed to be transferred from a bad auto accident or any kind of an accident or a heart attack, they would call the Harris Troxel Funeral Home, and they would come out with their ambulance.
The first ambulance that the service had was an old hearse. And they would go just pick people up and take them to the hospital. It'd be one or two guys, not fully trained, but with some basic first aid training. But they would actually run to the house, pick a person up, throw them in the back, and just take them to the hospital.
So that's basically what it was like before EMS came into existence.
My first incident with EMS was in 1973. I had a tire blew up on me, and that was back when they didn't have ambulances, and they brought the Gary Eastland's hearse over and hauled us in their ambulance hearse to the hospital. It was pretty exciting. Very rough ride.
It was quite the ride with Gary, because in those days they just basically put oxygen on the person or bound them up the best they could and threw them in the ambulance and took off as fast as they could.
There wasn't any training back then. You went out, you grabbed a hose, and you fought fire. There was a two-man panel truck, and it was truck 201, and that had equipment in it, and we bought air splints for people that had a broken arm or broken leg, and we did have some training on that, but that's all we had. When I came on in '68, that was there for a long time. The one that ran it the most, of course, he was right there close every day. He worked there at the White Front Grocery. It was John Bachman, and that's all we had.
When I came on, we had just a regular van. It was almost a slick-sided van, and then it graduated to the next. Wasn't like the box vehicles they have today, but it was kind of a scaled-down version. I can picture the van that we had.
Good old ambulance ones, a Dodge van cut in half lengthwise and widened.
Foxy Spry was our dispatcher at the time.
If you didn't know what Foxy Spry, you didn't know Webster Fire Department. He was just a little guy. He was always smoking a Camel cigarette. He was so loyal. He dispatched from his house when we got the phone down there, but he had a fire phone in his house, picked the phone up, he would walk or run up, because he just lived east of the fire station, up the hill to the fire station, put the call out then. We was losing time. And we all decided we'll put a radio system in his house. And that's all that man did, but he was the most loyal, dependable guy. Well, I'm busy, I got another fire, I got another EMS call, just give me time. He was just so down to earth. And that's the way Foxy was. Now, you go down here to where them chickens are in the corner, or the hogs in the corner, and go left. And I was new, I didn't know him. You know what, I never was lost. In the middle of the night, come a hellin', boys. When he'd say something like that, we all knew, get moving, get moving.
Just come a hellin'.
He said, come a hellin'. He said that right over there. Of course, we're on the same frequency as Warsaw and everyone else, so every time we had a call, they heard it. And but that was just some of the stuff that we have to laugh at now, because that took a lot of dedication for these people to stay home.
And they had 3 or 4 phones around the area. One of them was in White Front Grocery Store. One of them was Foxy Spry. Bill Metcalf had one, who was an older chief of the fire department. They would call out the old way. Everything was go down past such and such farm and turn right and go 3 houses down, and that was our GPS to get to the places. Everybody that was from around there knew most of the places like that, landmarks.
You know everybody. You know where they live. You don't need directions. Just shut up and tell me what the scoop is and what we got.
When they called, we ran.
North Webster was one of the first towns in the county that actually had a motorized ambulance from the Troxel Funeral Home way back in the day. That continued until the mid-70s when the federal legislation was coming into play that was actually dictating patient care.
So in 1975, we was at a firemen's meeting, and Gary Eastland came in. He was an employee and worked for Charlie Harris, who owned the Harris Troxel Funeral Home there in North Webster. And he just told us that a certain date, the Harris Troxel Funeral Home would not have an ambulance to transport anybody to a hospital. Those days was going to be over.
Obviously, the state of Indiana had other things in mind, rules, regulations, training.
The state was going to mandate that you had to be a certified EMT and have an ambulance.
The state wanted the fire stations to have ambulance service, and so he came to the fire station, said, who wants to be an EMT?
And at first, there was a lot of, we'll say, hesitation. I mean, we all felt like we're losing something really good here. But at the same point in time, Gary did an excellent job of selling what the state had in mind and why, and the importance of doing it that way and getting certifications, certified help, more help, and certified units, etc.
Gary Eastland was well thought of. People didn't want him out of it. But he said, I haven't got a choice. And he was honest and sincere, and people listened to him. He helped sell that to the community.
This is where volunteers stepped up, and it was impressive. 10 or 11 gentlemen right away said, I'll be an EMT. I'll take the training for that EMT.
As I remember it, there was a lot of excitement there and a lot of volunteering right there on the spot.
So basically he explained what was going on and asked for raise of hands to be interested in taking an EMT class, and that's how we got started as an EMT and EMS service. As soon as we raised our hands, that signed us up for the EMT class. So I think we had right around 10 to 12 people, firefighters actually, at that time that raised their hands to get involved in EMS.
I didn't want to be an EMT. Kind of emotional, and so I became a driver along with 4 or 5 other volunteers and drivers.
It worked out very well. It worked out very well because of Gary Eastland's perseverance.